Say hello to the DJI Mic Mini. These new wireless microphones from DJI are tiny. Take a look at this, tiny. I've been using DJI mics for 4 or 5 years now. This is a DJI Mic 1. I've also got DJI Mic 2s. I use this DJI Mic 2 with the Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm no stranger to the DJI offerings when it comes to wireless microphones. But look at that, that's pretty ridiculous. This is what it looks like side by side with a DJI Mic 2. It really is pretty amazing now what we can get in such small packages. And I almost threw away these little cute fellows. So this is the kit that comes with the charging case, 2 transmitters and the receiver. Don't throw them around like that. The transmitters come with these little crocodile clips, so you can quickly clip them on to a t-shirt. They also come with these magnets, and just put one of these magnets on your t-shirt and then magnetically attach the transmitter to the front. In the charging case, you also get this receiver, and this is what you can use to attach to a phone or a camera and then transmit wirelessly from the transmitter to the receiver. The receiver's got this physical dial, and you can use this to make the signal louder or quieter. There's 5 different positions, and they lock into place so you can't just accidentally move it. The receiver also has this cold shoe mount attachment, so you can attach that to the hot shoe on your camera. You can attach it to a camera physically. You get this audio cable in this kit, and this other end goes into the camera microphone input. But this is not the only way to use the DJI Mic Mini. We'll get to that in just a second. The DJI Mic 2 introduced the concept of noise reduction or noise cancelling. The DJI Mic Mini actually takes this a little bit further. DJI Mic Mini has 3 noise cancellation options. The first is with it turned off. The second is to use what DJI call basic noise cancellation. This basic mode is designed for indoor locations where you want to try and reduce the background noise of things like the air conditioner or a fan or some of the reverb from the space. But they also come with a second mode, which DJI call strong noise cancellation mode. And this is designed for either really noisy indoor environments or noisy outdoor environments. And you want to use this strong mode if it's really noisy, and it's going to try and cut through that noise just so you can actually hear the voice. But with strong mode, you might hear some of that distortion from the noise cancellation, making your voice sound a little bit strange. I'm going to test out all these things in a future video, so stick with me and maybe subscribe. These are windshields, and if you're going to be using the transmitters outside, you're going to probably want to fit one of these windshields if there's any wind. It's just going to help reduce the noise of the wind hitting the microphone and making things sound terrible. It's kind of nice that they've given us 2 different colors. You've got this grey one and this black one, just so you can match it to your outfit. These windshields just click on really easily to the top of the transmitters. And the really nice thing about these little windshields is that you can fit them into the carry case or the charging case, and then the lid will actually close with the windshields attached, so you don't have to lose these things in your bag, which I did all the time with the other DJI mic versions. This particular set comes with 2 transmitters and the charging case and the receiver, and they also have introduced another interesting feature with the DJI Mic Mini, and that's the ability to turn on auto limiting. And a limiter is just going to reduce any loud parts of anything the mic's picking up that go over a certain volume level. It's going to prevent that from clipping and from making your audio sound terribly, so it's just like capping the maximum volume that you're going to be able to record with this thing for really loud moments. When you're using 2 transmitters at the same time with the receiver, you can choose whether you want the signal that's output down that audio cable to be mono or stereo. That means if you choose the stereo option, you can record person 1 on the left side, person 2 on the right side, and then split them out in your audio editing software so you can adjust the levels for each person individually. There's also a safety track feature, so if you're just using one microphone, the safety track feature means that on the left side you get the normal level signal, and on the right side you get a quieter signal, just in case you experience any random shouting or screaming or anything else. You want to make sure that that loud part is not going to clip. If it does, you can always go back and use the safety channel side. I'm going to be doing a full review video on this thing, testing out all of the features and also some tutorials, so make sure you subscribe if you're interested in those. All right, let's talk about battery life. So when you combine combine the transmitters, the receiver and the charging case, DJI claims up to 48 hours of recording. Now that's not in one go. On a single charge, a transmitter can get up to 11.5 hours of recording, and for the receiver you can get up to 10.5 hours of recording on a single charge. And the charging case, when it's fully charged, can charge these things 3.6 times, which equates to 48 hours of total recording time, but it does mean you'll have to put the things back in the case to recharge them. But if you do happen to run out of juice in these things, there's a really cool feature. It's called quick charging. After just 5 minutes of charging, you can get up to an hour of recording. There's a few other power saving features, like in the transmitter, you can enable the power saving feature, which just puts the transmitters to sleep after a while to try and save battery power. And for the receiver, you can also turn on auto power off, so this thing is going to power off after a while to further save battery life if it's not being used. And another great thing that the DJI Mic Mini has, and my Rode Video Mic Pro Plus, which I've had for over 5 years, does this, is that when you use it with a compatible camera, plug the audio cable into the receiver, this then goes into the camera, but the DJI Mic Mini now supports power on. So when it senses that the camera power's on, it's also going to power on the receiver, which is a really nice thing to have, and it's going to make you not forget to turn on the receiver, record a whole thing, and then realize you've got to do the whole thing again, which I've never done, of course. DJI claim up to 400 meters transmission range from the transmitter to the receiver. DJI say that this is a stable signal, and it also features anti-interference technology. I haven't tried that out yet. I'm really excited to test it. Another really cool thing, and it's really nice to see DJI start to think a bit more holistically about all of their products that they make, is that you can use the DJI Mic Mini with other DJI products without needing to use the receiver. So for example, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm filming on for this overhead top-down shot, you can pair the DJI Mic Mini transmitter straight to the Osmo Pocket 3 without needing to attach the receiver. That means rather than taking a receiver or one of these bigger DJI Mic 2, you can just take this little tiny thing and your Osmo Pocket 3 and be good to go. The transmitters also wirelessly connect directly to the Osmo Action 4 and the Osmo Action 5 Pro, again with a direct connection without needing to use the receiver, and this just gives you such a simple workflow and much less to carry. And if you don't want the extra juice from the charging case, that means one less thing to carry. You only need to carry this tiny thing. And that's not all. The DJI Mic Mini can also be used with the DJI Neo drone, and you do this the same way as you do it with the DJI Mic 2, and that's to connect via Bluetooth from the transmitter to the phone and then use the DJI Fly app to control the drone, and it's going to sync that audio together for you, and also the DJI Fly app will try and remove some of that propeller noise. I've got a full tutorial coming on how to do that. You can also connect the system to smartphones, tablets and even computers, and you can use the DJI Mimo app to control features such as that automatic limiter. You can enable and disable auto power off. You can enable that safety track feature, and you can also update the firmware on the transmitters and the receivers using Bluetooth from your phone without even needing to connect these things to a computer. All right, the moment of truth. Let's go and switch over from the DJI Mic 1 transmitter and receiver that you're listening to now, and we'll go and switch to the DJI Mic Mini. And now we're using DJI Mic Mini. This is the transmitter transmitting wirelessly to the receiver, and then the audio cable connected from the receiver to my camera. This is what it sounds like without any EQ adjustments. When you were listening to the DJI Mic 1, I had applied some EQ and some compression, and this is what it sounds like without those things with the DJI Mic Mini. And if I turn those things on in my audio editing, this is what it sounds like now with some EQ and some compression to really get the most out of the DJI Mic Mini sound. Full tests, full comparisons, everything coming up soon. Make sure you subscribe for that. And if you want to buy one of these things, I'm going to drop some links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.